So welcome to a private recording of Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm joined with Mike and Moko, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, and I've never seen this screen. It just started up into this. That's weird. I've never seen this screen.
The Metaverse Enterprise Solutions.
Okay, so it has side stories, which we'll look at later. Can you guys still see it, or do I have to switch the screen?
I see things.
Nope, I see it.
Okay. That was interesting. I'd never seen it start up in that game screen. So, once again, guys, Mike doesn't really know anything about this game. Moko, I believe, does, so Moko is not going to spoil things, or Moko is going to go yeeted.
This game is not suitable for shooting.
So we'll go with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute Oh wait, this is you, right, Mike? You play the narrator.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm the narrator for this. Hang on, let me enlarge this a little bit.
And I'll give one of the girls to Moko. You can pick what girl you want.
A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh yeah, I was the intense weird superhero for this. Or supervillain.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't
know what?
force yourself.
You can't have Monica. Which girl do you want, Moko? And Moko. Okay.
Pink one.
Which one do you want?
The pink one.
Oh, okay. The one that I made sound like a bitch. Okay. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Oh, right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think most noticeably thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both of the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
By the way, Moko, next time we record,
damn it,
you can do exactly what we can do the game you've been wanting to do.
The Ouya one?
Max? You can subject Mike to it next time.
Oh,
of course,
shit.
that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine.
I'll shit talk her when she's not around.
I'm not sure if Yuri apologizing to herself, or to me, or to Natsuki.
I like that you just sound angrier and angrier.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers and I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty good.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Rumple.
Really?
Once again, never let Mike pick the name of the characters.
I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance it over after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn. Putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Who should I show my poem to next?
You are really having a blast with that, aren't you? With that voice.
Every second I'm fighting not to laugh.
My poem, he means penis.
There are certain voices
Yes.
where you can just hear the person smiling. Between the last one we did in Hollow Cocoon for the Kinyu reading and this, I can hear your smile. Hi, Rumple. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Rumple. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I want Monica. I get Monica my poem.
I like it, Rumple.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
I thought in the original one you could actually see his poem, but I can't. I guess not. No. It kind of makes me think of something that Suki would write, and she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep.
Yes.
There are a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they are only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for a kid, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning of, though. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot.
Like
Take a
anal.
while before I feel comfortable doing this.
See, that's when you should have said like anal. You missed your chance, Moko.
I mean, anal,
That's
he said
okay.
about trying new things.
I'd love to see you try new things. I've got something in the back you're really going to enjoy. It's called a
Oh, wait a
strap-on.
minute. Wait a minute. Didn't you say Moko could take Monica?
No, I
No,
said
I'm
anybody but Monica. I like Monica's voice.
I think that's
Moko,
gonna be
what were you
Natsuki
saying?
or
Sorry.
something. Whoever the pink one is.
Yeah, you're gonna be playing the midget. Or did you want the hyper one? I think there's two
Oh.
pink hairs.
I thought the midget and the hyper one were the same one.
No. The best friend and then the midget.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I think the midget is because the best friend is more like is it like purple? Something like.
Yeah,
forget
I
the
think
name.
you're right. So you get, I think her name is, I think you're getting Natsuki. I think that's her name.
Yep.
And that's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkles protrude? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for clues. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in.
I mean, that's a metaphor for glory holes, isn't it?
Yeah. So, what do you think? Have you ever seen the movie Glorious?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
The feet pics
It's
on the other.
okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Show me your feed pics. What was the inspiration behind this one?
You
Kanye
have to
West.
go to my OnlyFans. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I'm kind of a epiphany. I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. And that's what my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, right drunk, yet sober. Isn't that what they usually say?
Phew.
Never heard that one.
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself in. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Atsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
That's the one you want, Moko, right?
Oh boy, the lolly.
Oh god.
You don't
As
have to
they-
take her.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
Fucking I need to figure out my stuff. What is this language?
Just for a heads up, you don't have to copy the one, but what I did was, oh my god, totally, for her. So that, you know what, just go with that, what you got. Eh? Did you say something?
Where are my smokes? Oh, it's nothing.
It's funnier that way.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
By the way, Moko, you don't have to worry, we're not hearing any kind of echo.
That's nice. As long as the neighbors don't get annoyed. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Like I said, I showed you what you could do. You can just put them, even if you don't put them on windows, put them on walls and they still help.
I'll do it after
thanks.
I'm gonna go buy some carpets next week, so yeah. That was probably gonna
Yeah,
help,
that'll
but-
work wonders. And having your furniture in the room does help too.
Yeah.
Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice, you bitch.
Also, I'm gonna not spoil anything, but I did remember them being like foreshadowing this early on in the game.
No,
You mean you have to try it that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out all nice at all.
well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it.
God, she is such a bitch.
That's why she has the smoker voice. Which people did, by the way. So Yuri liked it. And Rumble still did too. So better than that, I'm glad you give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. This is why you don't put a bunch of writers in the same room. And Rumple liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh.
Oh.
You don't have to take a puff every time.
Yes, I do. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress the new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Rumple appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
How do you know I didn't appreciate my advice more? Well, you're that full of yourself.
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay?
Well, you know what? If I wasn't the one who threw his magic, we were size big as soon as some Rumble started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you.
It doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned toward me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Rumple. She just trying to make me look bad.
It's not true. Where my smokes at? She started it. If she could have gotten over herself and learned to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
This is why you don't put a bunch of writers in the same room.
No, you need a writing team of at least 20 people, and they all gotta be diverse. Kind of like what happened with...
So that's how we do... So we're making a Disney thing now.
No, that's just how we got the High Guardian Spice.
Oh, God, I forgot that existed.
Yep, he's right. He's right.
Oh, we should riff that one day. We should make that a
Oh,
goal.
you're willing to sit through that? that insanity you're willing to sit through.
Yeah, no, I'll sit through that more than I will something that I like getting ruined.
Even though it's like gonna be like a lot longer because it's a series.
Sit through one episode?
I mean, come on, it's anime, so we're looking at most like
I will
20 minutes.
fucking smack you if you call it anime one more time.
What else would you call
Read
it?
your
It's
line.
Anime.
I know, but it's
What's the point
American.
of making your pose all convoluted for no reason? The meanings you jump out of the reader are forced to have to figure it out. Let me explain that to a Rumpelstiltskin.
Wait.
Did Mike just hit a bong?
No.
There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings with the most effectively. Avoiding them is not necessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste.
That's still you.
I know. I'm trying to get my friend to come in. You understand that, right, Rumple? That's why you don't put a bunch of horny teenage girls in front of a guy. Well... I'm not even gonna try to get that timing right.
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be...
Who
Which one do you
to
want?
bomb the most?
Well,
You want the
I
eggplant
want the
with
one that
lips
has
or balls?
boobs.
Okay, so he
Okay,
wants
so
the
that's Yuri.
He wants the eggplant.
Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait! That's not an excuse for you to be so mean.
1. I hate you. Read your line.
Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed.
Well, that's...
But here's the thing.
Modic.
No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it. And it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Oh.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side.
Oh man, the poor lolly.
She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to.
That might actually work.
You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm gonna get my smokes. Because maybe if I have to look at all your right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash.
Sayori, Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that.
I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk.
Like the dad from Evangelion.
I gingerly approach her and sit at an adjacent chair. Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now.
No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you.
Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Rumple, you're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So...
Eh? What thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind. No, that's for later. At least give me a date first. I'm going to make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
It's piggin' time.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Rump, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everybody.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Rumple! Ready to walk home?
Piss off! Sure, let's go!
Oh. I'm going to make you come with me.
Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. It's getting painful. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori! About what happened earlier.
And what do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki.
Oh yeah, they're bitches. They do this all the time.
Does that kind of thing happen often?
Because it turned me on.
Oh, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like this. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Just makes me laugh harder because of your guess what's gonna happen in the game. You know, Rumple, it's nice to get to spend some time with you in the club. But I think seeing you along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. They're already fighting over you.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice. Does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori.
Damn, your character's going for that harem.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. But it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this.
God, it's getting progressively creepier. I love it. So,
Yeah!
now, what would you like? You get to pick your thing.
Agonizing.
Which girl do you want to impress?
Purple.
Okay. I think I remember what she likes.
Want to freak that thing. Yep, she's the cutter. Okay. Hurt. Alright, never mind, that worked.
I actually can't remember.
Damn! She kinky.
I can't remember which girl actually does the thing in which way, so, you know.
Anger? No, not anger,
Nope.
not anger. Despise. It's okay, I'm half stoned. I wasn't even listening. Anxiety.
Pain.
Yep.
Oh!
Okay, no,
what?
apparently she's the pain addict. Okay.
Well, the answer just I think. Melancholy?
Melancholy, yeah. There we go.
Graveyard.
Yep.
I like her.
Hopeless?
Wow, never mind. Okay, so avoid those kinds of things. Misfortune. What the
Nope.
fuck?
Hang on a second. Essence?
I feel like contamination.
Yeah.
Fester, maybe?
No.
Disaster?
Try that one, yeah. Try disaster.
I could cheat. You know what? Let's not do that. Yep, she
There
liked
we go.
that one.
Vivid
Broken
death.
or death, because
Death.
I think broken will get her. What the?
Okay, no, apparently she likes death.
Okay.
Man, don't go for the cheery ones.
Destiny or Vertigo, maybe?
Yeah, one of the probably maybe Destiny. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Suicide. Yep. Dark. Nope. Okay, she went for dark.
Wrath? Depression? Entropy?
Depression might be it. No. All right, that one's the one
Someone
that's
needs a
depressed.
therapist.
The bubbly one is depressed.
Horror.
Okay, try it. Yeah, okay.
Climax,
Climax.
maybe?
I would say I think climax is gonna be the.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. All right, we got it.
Sadness. I feel like sadness is gonna get her.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Peaceful?
Incongruent maybe because it's a big word.
Yep,
Yes,
you got that one. Oh
The
man,
fuck was
Bubbly might need a therapist.
What does incongruent even
Another day. Another
Incongruence
day.
is alongside.
Another day passes, and it's time for the club to meeting already.
Have you never heard someone use that term?
Well, not in English, no.
Okay. No, well, I figured, yeah, there's probably a word for it in your language.
I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days.
By the way, I will turn that into a blooper.
Okay, why is it every time Mike speaks in this voice, I'm just picturing like this pervy, every anime perv who just like fucking stroking
No,
his
no,
cock
he
in
can
his
do a
ass.
pervy voice. He can. This is
Don't
not
you
his
know-
pervy voice.
But you know exactly the archetype I'm talking about.
No,
right?
this is angry pervy.
Yeah, there's like a fat anime
Yep.
otaku just stroking his dick.
Entering
Lord.
the club. Entering the club room. The usual scene greets me.
Hi, Rumple!
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Okay.
Looks like. Okay, sorry, no, I already read that.
I did not mean to do that.
No, you're fine. I already read it.
I have,
Okay.
if I remember correctly, this game sometimes have an issue where it like auto scrolls over text sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I'm being careful where I click. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Wow, you just throwing insults at her. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
You can eat
That's
this
not
dick.
like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out.
I totally wanted you to be my simp.
I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
Aww, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Flog yourself!
Blood for the blood god.
Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. I was just, something in my book. Yuri! Tell Rumple to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
What?
Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution? Revelation? Revolution?
No, she is saying revolution, but I think it's just because she's not pronouncing revelation correctly.
Retribution. That! Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess it's the little devil inside of us all, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing.
Myth.
After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
Cocaine, actually. But you wouldn't have come in if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Yeah, to be fair, we didn't know about these cupcakes.
Well, I think it's because they're edibles.
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Can I eat the plastic? Is that edible?
Yes!
Yay! Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Oh god, I'm playing the stupid one.
Retribution!
At least you didn't say prostitution.
Actually, that one almost worked. I dropped something on myself.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction to it.
Natsuki! That's not nice of you. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it!
Yum, yum, yum.
Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
Oh, whoa!
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. Aw.
Oh, that fucking hurts like a mother. You're going through a lot just over one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie, stained with Sayori's blood.
Freezing.
Aw, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez. Your biggest can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one with raisins in it?
You bitch, no one likes raisins.
And the few people that do, we have asylums for.
Yeah. Mike, don't you dare say you like raisins in your cookies.
But I do.
Old man.
I like oatmeal raisin cookies.
I like raisins, but I don't like them in my cookies.
And actually, this is why Mike is living in hospice care.
I've seen him, he has to use a walker going everywhere.
The dementia was early onset, unfortunately.
No, we don't joke about that. We don't joke about that.
Alright, let's go.
Fine. Still, I'm happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arm around her.
Oh, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
I mean, that's got to be an innuendo, isn't it?
Another sex game, Cookie.
What?
No, I think he's talking about soggy biscuit, but okay.
No.
I mean, it's the same game, honestly.
Yeah,
There's
kinda.
a sex game about cookies?
Yeah, so what you do is you get...
don't say, she's gonna have to edit this out. Let me just write it. That way this is just dead air.
Let me...
I mean, if you... I was about to say, if you make, you're like,
I
homemade...
swear, Moko, don't make me have to edit again.
I'm literally saying, like, if you had a homemade sausage, you could surely eat that because that's not processed as hard.
Yeah, like certain pepperonis I can't even touch. Like the little really, really,
You mean the Slim Jims?
processed ones. No, like, you know how there's two different type of sausages that they use on pizza? Or pepperonis that they use on pizza?
Yes, vaguely.
Yeah, one of them I
One-
can't eat because it makes me sick.
I think one is pork and the other one is beef, I think.
I believe so? I'm not... Oh, I hate when it does that. Okay, you
All right,
read this.
where were we?
Natsuki, right there.
Just do that.
Ooh.
Mouthful.
Now it's mine.
Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I
She's a
laugh.
horse.
Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Yeah?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
She's inside the walls. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Did you kill her already? That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay.
That's you.
Oh, sorry.
She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
Isn't she like the student council president or something?
Something
She
like
was
that.
formerly, yeah, and then she quit. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true.
Excuse me.
Sorry. That's perfect.
That voice.
That's perfect for the last one. It's like the chain smoker who looks emaciated. Yeah, nobody wants that one. Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. Oh, okay, you just said that. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Here's my girlfriend.
Yeah, no.
Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica! That's...
Monica looks at me.
Monica's supposed to be the absolute perfect one.
I mean,
Maybe
can't
once
tell
I get a
who
little better, I will. Yay!
Okay, I
That
think
sounds cool!
Yuri
What were
has
you
a
saying,
big
Monica?
bit. I can't tell you if Monica or Yuri has the same tit size or if one is bigger than the other. I think Yuri's a little
I
bit big.
think Yuri's a little bit bigger than
Yes.
Monica's.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think it's a little bit bigger.
I'd also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Rumple.
Monica smiles sweetly.
Yeah, I don't think this part was in the original.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Oh, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love to have a chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone is already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Excuse me?
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me.
Ah yes, the Hobbit, or here and there and back again.
More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages.
1 fish, 2 fish, blue fish, red fish.
She's actually reading One Piece, we just don't know it.
Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Okay, good, I did send it to Mako. That should be what you got to edit. Oh, it's fine. I was just focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book that you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them, that's all.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go.
She stole it.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about, anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of dark, isn't it?
I wonder, is that an actual real book?
Yuri
I'd
made
be
it sound
curious.
like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere.
Give me a minute, I'm gonna look. So we did some research and people think it's a hint to their next game, which is kind of neat. Yeah, you already read that, don't worry. Uh-huh.
Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of those sorts of things, Rumpel?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they'll challenge you to look at a life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophies so they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they made out to be naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
Oh, that's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it.
Oh.
Let me just get the book! I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine. If I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Kiwi says no, sit a little closer. Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. Prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting.
So Yuri is sovereign.
Yuri is in the corner of my eye! I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry.
She's Canadian.
I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way. So instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Yuri.
It is really cute. I'm just grabbing a screenshot. There we go.
I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and share in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready to turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet.
Okay, actually, you drew another version with her eyes looking at you.
I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
Yeah, I do like that they added the small details in the plus version. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Like a real man. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange.
Oh, look,
My
she's blushing now.
My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri! This might be a silly question, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
She's a gothic nymphomaniac. Well, I guess she's
Yeah.
more blunt in a lot of ways.
Come on, she's not Inobi.
But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see it into your head or anything. But they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But Rumple, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. So embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry. I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share our poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Oh.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit. You know?
That's a good reason. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own tonight.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
Alright, so I'm going to save it here, and we can do it next time. Thank you guys for joining us for this. You guys are all awesome on YouTube. Let me know which girl is your favorite. See you guys next time.